welcome to the Flow Network.
Okay, so I just wanted to talk about this subject in the car for some reason. I've never done a video in the car. I've never just sat down in the car and had a conversation, especially at a gas station. But there's a first for everything, so let's do it. It'll be quick. I just kind of wanted to address this topic that came up when I was playing Truth or Dare with some girlfriends. Someone ended up choosing truth, and the question was, how many people have they had sex with? How many sexual partners have they encountered? And obviously that's not really important as far as like someone you're dating, them like caring about that based on whether or not they're gonna date you. Like from that perspective, that's not important. But just as a general means of discussion and topic, especially like in Truth or Dare, that's perfectly fine to ask someone. So she said how many people it was. I think she was like close to 20. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. When did you have time to have sex with 20 people? Not from a judgment perspective at all. But she's like 3 or 4 years younger than me, and I know how many people I've had sex with, and it's not nearly 20 people. So I was just like, when did you have that? Like, was that like in like high school, or like when? She just pretty much explaining that she kind of had like a whole phase in college. And which is really just sexual exploration. But she was just like, I had a whole phase in college, and I was just like, just really just kind of seeking validation through sex, really. From her perspective, that's what she was doing, and that's what all of her most of her sexual encounters were in college, besides that one relationship that she was in. And honestly, I was like, damn, that's really interesting, because I have not had a hoe phase at all. I've never had a hoe phase. And everybody was like, why? Or why haven't you had a hoe phase? You've never had casual sex before? I'm like, no, how can sex be casual? I don't even know what that means. Like, what the fuck is casual sex? How could I feel casual about having sex with someone? It's the most non-casual thing I could do. You know what I mean? Like, just from my perspective, I think everything else, I can go casually shopping. I could casually, eat some snacks or some shit, like, but casually having sex, casually putting my magical wand, my magic stick, this divine let me stop. This divine dick into I couldn't help it. Me putting that into a woman, casual. I don't know how that can happen. But anyway, we ended up talking about it, and they're just like, I mean, yeah, sex could be casual because you just do it for pleasure, pretty much. That was the main point everybody was making. Like, it's just solely centered around receiving pleasure, and the other person that you're doing it with, that's their sole reason for doing it as well. Like, y'all kind of just like are just doing it to just do it. It's like it's a strictly physical thing, and you remove your emotions from the situation completely. I'm like, how's that possible when you're having sex and the moans that come from the sex is an emotion? Sex is energy and motion, and that's what emotions are. It's energy and motion. And I'm like, what? How does that happen? And I realized that as human beings, we can create whatever we wish to create through our own psyche, through our own psychology, pretty much. Like, yes, from one perspective, there's a primal nature to sex, there's a science to sex, and it also creates life, right? So like, there's that purpose behind it as well. But despite all of those like natural, primal, instinctual, scientific aspects that you can apply to the reasons why we have sex, we are human beings, and we are very social creatures, and through our social dynamics, we create our own social constructs, we create our own viewpoints and meaning and purpose behind even those natural instinctual things that we do, like sex. So that means for some people, even though sex isn't necessarily a casual occurrence, technically speaking, because what's happening is it's something very very sacred, if you ask me. Like, very sacred, very divine. And sexual energy is extremely very powerful healing energy if used correctly. It is actually the most powerful energy and tool we could use to transform our being, to just ascend through our body. Truly, I really believe that sex work and breath work at the same time, that sexual energy that can cultivate from intentionally breathing, that shit can like catapult two people into another dimension. That can merge two bodies into one. So with all that being said, it's like, that's why I've never been able to just casually have sex, but I understand that human beings, once again, we can create our own meaning and purpose to things just through our own social constructs, and just through our evolution as just a civilization in this modern time. Like, sex could be whatever two people choose to make it, right? So I think that's a lot of what's been happening. People just exploring their sexual nature and their and just their bodies through having relations with other people who want to do that, even if you're not committed to them on a relationship aspect, even if you don't want to create children with them, even if you don't want to marry them. It's just like, yeah, we're just having sex. It's very recreational. It's very fun for a lot of people. But even with that understanding that it is recreational for a lot of people, and me coming to finally like kind of comprehend exactly how sex could be casual, I, in this current day and age, in this current now moment, still look at it from the outside in, and I'm a little jealous. I've always been a little jealous of you people who could have casual sex or who had a whole phase. Cause like, from the outside in, it looks, it looks fun. It looks like looks enjoyable. It looks like you're having an experience. And my Pisces water sign ass, like, bro, I am here on earth for experience. So even though I'm a little bit of an old soul, and that might be partially the reason why I can't just be out here just fucking and doing whatever, I still want to partake, I think, conceptually. Ideally, I don't know if I really want to do it in reality, but it seems fun, and I'm like, damn, like, well, why did I never have my whole phase? Low key, I am a late bloomer. I didn't always look this good. I'm not even gonna hold you. I didn't always look this great. So yeah, that's part of the reason why I never had it. But even when I did start to look this good, I still wasn't having a lot of sex in my adult life. And I remember my best friend Nyla, she was telling me, yo, make a Tinder, you know what I mean? Let's get on Hinge. Let's, blackpeoplemeet.com, fucking Christian Mingle, whatever the fuck. Like, let's get it. She didn't recommend Christian Mingle. She didn't say that. But let's get on one of these apps. Like, she's just like, the pussy is out there. Yeah, let's do it. Cause she was, she was on them apps wild, and sorry to, put you out there like that. Now, but she was, she was doing her thing. And I'm like, okay, that's how you doing it. Like, she'll come back from these dates, and I'm like, you was doing it like that? Like, what? Okay, like, what's that like? Like, I don't even know what that's like. Meeting somebody and just, getting it popping on the first day. What you talking about? I'm what? That blew my fucking mind. You can, on the first date, y'all can get it popping on the first date from meeting from the first. Like, it still blows my mind. It still blows my mind that people can move that fast. I'm just so used to like resonating with people on a human to human level first and foremost, no matter how attractive I find a woman. Like, I'm so intentional on just seeing who they are transparently, and also being as transparent as possible so that I'm not being mistaken for something I'm not, being misperceived to be something for them that isn't in alignment with who I truly am. Like, I'm always trying to like connect human to human first before like potential romantic partner to potential romantic partner, or potential sexual interest to potential sexual interest first. Like, I don't even know how to move like that. I'm just trying to be as authentic and transparent as possible. And I know people feel like, oh, you can do both at the same time, but like, bro, let's be honest. Like, that sexual chemistry, if we're leading with that, that creates the illusion around the connection before the actual transparency of the connection. I don't care what the fuck you say. Like, especially if you're leading with sex, that is going to be the energy in which y'all create the foundation for y'all's connection. You know what I mean? It's like yeah, it could kind of happen at the same time, but it's best to remove the lust from the situation if you really want to get to know someone and truly find out if y'all are truly compatible beyond just chemistry. It's better to remove the lust, better to remove the sexual desire that's being projected on one another, to just see each other clearly, because a lot of people have done that, led with that, and then caught feelings within that foundation of just like lust. And then once that illusion dies, once the lust leaves the connection, or once you realize it's just only lust and there's nothing outside of the sex, or not much outside of the sex, and that you really don't even like this person that much, just them as a person, then you're just like, oh, you know, the trial is done. And I don't like treating people as a trial period. I feel very hesitant to moving fast with someone, just because it's like, that's just not what I'm used to. And I can feel the energy of two people being in the high of one another, just getting hype off of sexual chemistry and lust. I can feel myself doing that, and I don't ever want to lead with that shit. Like, it's not genuine to me. I don't like it, you know. And it's almost, for me, a little bit manipulative as a male if I feel like I'm leading with that energy. Like, I feel like I have a bigger responsibility, just as a conscious human being and the person who's like super sensitive, and just as an empathetic person, to relate and resonate with someone on a deeper level first. Because sex for me is not just sex, but it is a means of communication to how much I love a person, how much I care about a person. That's what makes me want to have sex with someone. Like, damn, I love the fuck out of you. It's time to show you sexually how I feel about you. And when I love deeply. I mean, regardless, like, love is a deep damn, love. I don't even want to say energy. I don't even want to say feeling. It's so much more. But yeah, love is deep. Love is so deep. So I want to communicate that through sex. I hate how much I sound like a simp ass nigga. I really do. But I sound like a fucking simp ass nigga. Sound like a fucking simp. Oh my god. But it is what it is. Like, it's my nature. Yeah, so I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to communicate love through sex. And I'm trying to also receive that communication through sex. I'm not just trying to be like used for my dick and just used for my body and not be fed spiritually. Absolutely not. So even now, I'm not finna get on any dating apps or anything like that. I know some people are just looking for friends on dating apps, but I have enough people in my life, sexually, romantically, platonically, intimately. I got enough. I got enough going on. I don't need to be on any dating apps looking for people. Yeah, that's I'm good. I'm not trying to sell myself to people. I'm like, I find people in the physical, and that's no judgment to people who are doing that. Let me make that clear. No judgment. If that's what you got to do, if you just moved to a new city, if like it's a lot of weirdos in your neighborhood, and you need to get online and find, like, I understand. No judgment. Speaking from my perspective only. I've never had a problem like finding people in the physical. No. I can't be on no dating apps trying to invite more people into my life. Goddamn, I'm overwhelmed with all the people I do have in my life. But I love y'all though. I love everybody in my life so much. What else did I want to say on this topic? Yeah, what else did I want to say? I just recently kissed someone who I find, very beautiful, very attractive woman. She's great. She's amazing. And it was our first time hanging out. Not our first time meeting each other, seeing each other, but our first time like hanging out one-on-one. And I've never really just kissed someone on the first time of us like hanging out and spending time together. Like, I've never done that before. And because I'm not used to it and everything, and based on everything that I just told y'all about my history of moving really slow and taking things really slow, because like I've only been romantically and sexually involved with women that I've been friends with, first and foremost, for months before I got involved with them. Like, I fucking mean that. Like, every single person. Now, as time has moved on, like, that period of friendship has gotten like shorter and shorter. I will say that it's definitely gotten shorter and shorter. That's so crazy. It used to be like I swear, like the first 3 or 4 girls I was involved with, I swear I knew all of them for like over a year. Every single one, at least the first 4 or 5. I'm not even kidding. Every single one of them, I knew them for over a year before we got involved sexually and romantically. All of them. And then it went from that to like, okay, we were friends for like, the next girl was like 6 months, and then the next girl was like 4 months, then the next one was like 3 and 2, and it got smaller and smaller. And now here I am in this situation with this new person. Hi, if you're watching this video. Hey girl, you know who you are with your beautiful ass. We kissed on our first link up, and you know, I felt a little like, you know, I felt it. It was great. It was fucking amazing. I think she's really beautiful. But that like late bloomer in me that's just not used to it was like, I'm not used to moving this fast, you know, I'm a little scary. Just like wanting to make sure, you know, I'm not moving too much in like, again, in lust and fantasy and illusion, because it's good to be in that, but only when the foundation is like solid. That I feel like it's okay to dive into that energy, you know, once that foundation is actually like truly there between you and that other person or other people. I don't know why I've been making it seem like sex can only be between 2 people when I'm in a throuple right now. But yeah, it's okay to dive into that fantasy and that illusion together once y'all's foundation is safe, and you know, y'all are actually rooted in the transparency of knowing each other and just resonating on a deeper level that is outside of that lust. If y'all can do that, then dive into the fantasy as much as y'all want to. If that is what y'all's foundation is rooted in, is healthy, is grounded, it's secure, then go for it. I'm just in this process of navigating relationships in this way that I haven't before, and just being open to trusting the experience of it, while also still moving at a comfortable pace that works for me, and that isn't just only centered in the excitement of it all, you know. I think I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit there, but that's all I really wanted to say for the most part. What do y'all think about casual sex? You believe sex can be casual? You believe, you know, you should just like be very selective with your energy and not just like be out here fucking and sucking whoever, or you know, or you feel like everybody should do whatever, just be safe? Of course, be safe. Make sure you're being fucking safe, especially if you live in Atlanta like I do. Get tested. Make sure you're clean. It's wild out here. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I'm sure there's more I wanted to say on that topic, but yeah, I'll make a part 2 if there's anything I forgot, which I'm pretty sure there is. There has to be. There's so much to say, and my neural pathways are just so open. I can. There's so many different pockets in different universes to explore within the most simplest topic, the most simplest subject matter for me. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I love y'all. Have a beautiful day or night.